Round 15 of the 16-race 1985 Formula One World Championship is the South African Grand Prix here at Kyalami. A fast circuit set 6,000 feet above sea level on the veldt just north of Johannesburg. Nigel Mansell has taken pole position with the Williams Honda. He's come straight from his first ever Grand Prix win 2 weeks ago at Brands Hatch. Nelson Piquet in the Brabham is second quickest. Keke Rosberg in the other Williams Honda is third, and Ayrton Senna fourth. The World Championship has already been decided because Alain Prost cannot now be caught by anyone else. Alain Prost is bound to be the new world champion, and the Ferrari driver Michele Alboreto is bound to be second. But there's still a lot of interest, not least for the Constructors' Championship, which is still being led by McLaren, but with Ferrari and Lotus in a close second and third place. It's a 75-lap race. At the green light, Nigel Mansell makes a perfect start on the right of the picture in the Williams Honda. Keke Rosberg is quick away behind him, but then hangs fire and is swallowed up by the two white Brabhams of Nelson Piquet and Marc Surer, and the two Lotuses come through as well, with Elio De Angelis just ahead of Ayrton Senna. The two Alfa Romeos collide, with Riccardo Patrese swooping across the road and taking out his own teammate Eddie Cheever. Keke Rosberg is making up time after his slow start, passing Marc Surer on the inside. So now it's Senna and Rosberg and Niki Lauda leading the pursuit behind the leading trio, which is Nigel Mansell first, Nelson Piquet second, and Elio De Angelis third. Soon Keke Rosberg is up to fourth ahead of Ayrton Senna. The two McLarens of Niki Lauda and Alain Prost are making a comparatively gentle start, but now they start to come through. Michele Alboreto in the Ferrari follows Alain Prost. Keke Rosberg's progress up the field continues. He passes Elio De Angelis to take third place. So now it's Williams Honda first, Brabham second, Williams Honda third, and Lotus's fourth and fifth. Into the pits comes Marc Surer. He has a mechanical problem and his race is over. Soon Rosberg is alongside the Brabham of Nelson Piquet, and he goes through to make it Williams Honda's first and second. Nigel Mansell leads, Rosberg is second, Nelson Piquet is third. But Piquet is soon in the pits also. His car too has a mechanical problem, and both the Brabhams are out. Keke Rosberg's progress continues. He gets alongside his own teammate Nigel Mansell and goes storming past to take the lead. Rosberg first, Mansell second, both of them in Williams Hondas. Ghinzani's Tolman blows its engine and puts a lot of oil down on the treacherous Crowthorne corner. Then Ayrton Senna also blows his engine. Keke Rosberg finds the oil and spins out of the lead and off the track. Nigel Mansell goes through, having managed to stay on the slippery track. Rosberg restarts. His car hasn't been damaged, but he's lost a lot of time. Michele Alboreto comes in to retire with another mechanical failure with his Ferrari. Meanwhile, the two McLarens are moving up. Alain Prost goes past Elio De Angelis, and so does Niki Lauda. So now it's Nigel Mansell's Williams first, the McLarens of Prost and Lauda second and third, Elio De Angelis and the Lotus fourth. Keke Rosberg, after his spin, is running fifth, in the car number 6, covered with dust and mud. But Rosberg carries on charging. He passes Elio De Angelis to go into 4th place. The next casualty is the Frenchman Philippe Streiff in his Tyrrell. He spins off into the catch fencing and damages the steering at the front of the car. Rosberg comes in for fresh tyres. It drops him to 8th place. But his is just the first of several tyre stops that all the front runners will make. So now at the front it's Mansell from Prost and Lauda, with behind them the Ferrari of Stefan Johansson, which has had its pit stop. In comes Niki Lauda for his fresh tyres. But Lauda's stop is not very quick, because the front right-hand wheel gives trouble, and that wastes probably another 6 seconds. So now it's just Mansell versus Prost, but neither of them have made their tyre stops. In comes Prost. His pit stop too doesn't go terribly well. Look at the left-hand rear wheel this time. Finally, it's done. 17 seconds have been lost. But when Mansell comes in for his stop, still in the lead, it's a perfect one, occupying barely 10 seconds. And so when Mansell goes away again, he is still in the lead. Niki Lauda is now second, with Prost third, but Lauda is soon back in the pits with a broken turbocharger on his McLaren. So he is out of the race. Mansell now has Alain Prost back on his tail, but despite all that Prost can do, he can't quite get close enough to attack. The Williams Honda is very, very fast in a straight line. Keke Rosberg comes back into the pits for a second tyre stop, and gradually Nigel Mansell shakes off Alain Prost. But it's Keke Rosberg who's coming through. Despite that second pit stop, he's soon on Alain Prost's tail and forces his way by. It's been a fantastic drive for the Finnish driver. 1 spin, 2 pit stops, and he's back into second place, even going on the grass and the mud in his efforts. But despite his final charge, he can't get close enough to Nigel Mansell, and it's Nigel Mansell who scores his second win in 2 races. It's a wonderful 1-2 for Williams Honda, but poor Alain Prost is in trouble again. And as Rosberg follows Mansell home for that Williams Honda 1-2, Alain Prost has to crawl towards the finish line. He just makes it to take his 3rd place. 4th is Johansson a lap behind in the Ferrari, with Berger and Boutsen in the Arrows 5th and 6th. Rosberg keeps Mansell cool on the winner's rostrum. Mansell gets the kiss and the cheers of the crowd. Prost on the left of the picture now, Rosberg in the yellow. In the World Championship, Prost has 73 points, Alboreto 53. First and second, they can't be caught. But there's quite a battle going on for 3rd place. Senna and De Angelis haven't scored. Mansell and Rosberg both now have 31 points. There's just 1 race left to go, the Australian Grand Prix. And in the Constructors' Championship, that's still open too. McLaren 10 points ahead of Ferrari, with Lotus Renault 9 points behind.